The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan-favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad, and joining me today, Courtney Huff. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we got a fun one today. This is something, so we have a mutual friend, Mr. Scott Ash, shout out Mr. Ash, and he got a hold of me and said, hey, I don't know if you know anything about this or if you know Courtney, but I think it would be really cool for you guys to talk about it. So, and we're talking karaoke.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. Now, karaoke has been in my life and probably a lot of people, especially in Quincy, for a long, long time because, I mean, it's no secret that Quincy has a lot of bars. And in those bars, you know, that's where a lot of people get introduced to karaoke, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Me for sure.
I was going to say, so, but for you, karaoke became something larger.
Yes.
So can you give me just kind of a quick rundown of what this is that you were a part of?
So, like I was saying, it's totally funny how it even happened. I've never heard of it before we were basically in it.
Okay.
We had went singing in Hannibal. They've got the wine stop they do there. We went there for karaoke one night, and one of the scouts were there, and my husband and I both sing, actually. So we went up to sing, like, right after each other, and she pulls us aside, and she was just like, hi, you know, I work for, it's the International Talent Quest, and she was like, I'm one of the scouts, you know, I think you guys should compete in this. We've never heard of it, we just thought it was karaoke contest, and we're like, okay, cool, you know, let's go do this. And then there's 2 preliminary rounds. There's the first is qualifying, and then state, and then international, which was the Laughlin level. So we just went to the preliminary rounds. We're just like, let's have fun, it'd be like a date day, we get some food, you know, like, we're down. And then we actually both wound up getting first in that and moving to state. And then we were like, oh, this is bigger.
This is legit.
We thought, you know. But even then, I don't think we realized how big it was until we got to state. And then there's people coming from, like, all around Missouri and other places. And we, you know, did that, and that had passed. But then they were talking about Laughlin, and it's literally people.
What's Laughlin? When you say
Laughlin, Nevada.
Okay.
Laughlin,
okay.
Nevada, yeah. And it's people from all around the state, and I think in years past, they've actually had people from outside of the country come in too. Like, it's massive, and it's such a big family unit. It's so crazy but fun, and it was a wonderful experience, but I had no idea until I was in it, and I was just in it.
That is so wild. So where were you when you got recruited or scouted or whatever you call it?
We were in Hannibal at the wine stop.
Okay.
Just doing, like, you know, Sunday evening karaoke, and this lady was like, hey, I think you guys should try this.
That's
and
wild.
Yeah.
Were you like, no, this is shady at all? I think my first instinct would have been like, this is shady.
It was, yeah, we just thought it was just a contest.
Yeah.
Like a local contest. And then next thing you know, it's like, no, this is huge.
It's a big deal. so
yeah.
You went to like a statewide contest, right? Mm-hmm. Statewide karaoke contest where you placed. Did you place in that, or how did that work?
Yeah, so with that one, I actually got second in that one.
Okay.
And the lady that got first, we were like neck and neck, and she was amazing.
How many contestants would you say?
Oh, how many were there? There was quite a few. I want to say like 20 or so more.
Wow.
And there was like male and female categories.
Okay.
So they did like top 4 of each category.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the first place actually got like paid for to advance on. So like you just had to pay for travel basically, but booking and your entry fee was paid for the
Laughlin one.
Yes.
Wow.
So
okay. So then you went to Vegas.
Yep.
Right?
So we went out to Nevada and we went there. And your first day there is basically just, you know, sign in, orientation, kind of getting to meet everybody, getting the feel. I was a little nervous because it's like, oh my gosh, there's like people but it was such a family unit. Everybody was so welcoming.
Wow.
You've got like the vets that have done it for a while.
Yeah.
And then, you know, us being the newbies, we're like, I don't know. And they were so welcoming, so helpful. Like, you needed anything, any jewelry, outfit, like, were there.
That's
It
cool.
was amazing.
Total support. That's awesome. So how many people do you think were in, I called it Vegas, but it's actually Laughlin. How many people would you say were there?
Oh my gosh. So they did it in like categories, but there was probably hundreds of people there.
Really?
It was, yeah.
And you had to get up and perform in front of just judges or like a giant state or like a, I don't know what.
They had like a pavilion, so we stayed at this big hotel, and there was a pavilion upstairs, and we went in there and performed, and they did it by category, so like you could come in at any time if you wanted.
And watch.
And the judges table was in the very back, and we were kind of nervous because we were told like you cannot at all interact with the judges, so we're like, do we look at them?
Oh my gosh,
do
yeah.
We, like,
oh my gosh,
do?
like I would be like, oh my, like I wasn't nervous enough. Yeah.
Right, but it was so cool, and it literally was like you get up there and just like the energy everybody was like giving back to you was so positive, and it was like the best experience ever.
That is so cool. So, of course, you got to Laughlin, which that's a huge deal. I didn't even know this thing existed, the contest, itself. But you get there and you're around a ton of like-minded people who show you support, and you end up get close to the top 10 or in the top. What'd you end up?
I landed right at 10.
10. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's outstanding.
I cried.
Oh my gosh, I'm like ready to tear up for you because I mean it's one thing to sing, in local stomping grounds in Hannibal or Quincy or anywhere, but then to make it, to a state level and think, oh, this is pretty cool. But then to go, to a national or even international level and place 10. That 10 people, like that is outstanding.
It was, and to find out was funny because there was like another karaoke bar. They did karaoke at random places around there too.
Yeah.
So of course we're all going around hanging out, and there's a little bar like a block down the road. And I remember I just went around the corner to like put in my song, and my mom, who was with me on the trip, went around the corner and she was just like, oh my God, you did it. And then like ran back to the table. So I'm like, wait, what's happening? I didn't know.
You didn't know.
So I go back to the table and all of my friends are on their phones like, oh my God, you made it. And I'm like, I need a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Outside. I can't. And I'm like sitting on the stairs calling my husband, crying like, what is going on?
So he was not with you?
No, he didn't actually make it, but he was super close. And he's amazing too. So,
sure.
But yeah, I was like crying. Like it's probably like 10 o'clock at night. So he's like, oh my God, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
that is so cool. Now, how have you been singing like your entire life?
Basically,
yeah.
Yep.
How did you? I mean, where did that start? Do you know? Do you remember?
I mean, my family always kind of had like music, something playing in the background. My dad definitely really influenced it because it was always something he, we would drive around in the vehicle listening to, or like it was always playing in the garage or the house, or my mom would clean listening to it. So it just kind of came naturally, I guess.
Yeah.
It's always been there.
Right. That's awesome. I like to think I can sing. I cannot sing. My husband will even say, I probably know what song you're singing, but the way you're singing, I have no clue. So, no, but I still love it. I don't let it stop me. But who would you say are like your musical influences?
Oh, man. Well, I love the band Evanescence.
Okay.
And Amy Lee is definitely my favorite. She's my biggest, just from like her style, what she kind of represents as like, as a female in the music industry, or just everything she kind of stands for.
Yeah.
I do. So definitely her. I really like all music, but I was raised on a lot of like 80s and 90s country and classic rock. So I like a lot of the like rougher vocal, like Joan Jett, like 80s kind of females too, So
yes. That's awesome. So what did you sing? What landed you that first spot when the Scout found you? What were you singing? Do you remember?
What was I singing? I don't remember. It might have been a country song.
Okay.
It might have been. I really don't remember.
Okay.
Honestly.
What about state or even like the national level? Do you remember what you sang?
For state, I did. There was Alicia Keys. I think Stefan Got You. Black Velvet, which is one I really like.
Okay.
And then I do a lot of Whitney songs. I like Whitney. And then for international, I did I See Red, Black Velvet again, and Whitney again. I did I Love You.
So these are tough songs. I mean, we're not just talking we're not talking easy country songs This is awesome. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you mind giving us just a little sample of your beautiful voice, the one that landed you this 10 spot? That's so cool, by the way. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So after you're done, I'm just going to say goodbye because I don't know what else to say.
No, you're fine.
Okay. All right. So we're going to hear a little bit of Courtney Huff and the beautiful vocals that got her into the multinational. What's the contest? Just karaoke contest?
International Talent Quest.
International Talent Quest. All right, let's hear it, sister.
So I was just going to do like a little bit of Black Velvet because that's one I like. And then Mom's watching, so hi, Mom.
Hey,
and
Mom.
she loves that one. So I was just going to do like a little chorus of that.
Perfect.
So,
let's hear it.
Okay. All right. So, is this like a sensitive mic? Because I'm kind of loud.
I think you're all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can like back
Yeah,
up.
let's
All
hear it.
Okay. So, Black velvet in that little boy's smile. Black velvet in that soul southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please.
Holy smokes. I got the chills.
Aw.
Okay, well, it was definitely well-earned. Congratulations, and thanks for coming on and chatting with me. I appreciate it.
having me.
Courtney Huff, congratulations, and gorgeous voice.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
All right, coming up next, Meg Duncan sits down with me. We'll chat about Hannibal. I may or may not make her sing.
Find furniture for the family room, bedroom, dining room, or home office. With new items arriving every week, discover furnishings and inspiration to create a better life at home. Harvey's Furniture, our home, your home.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center.
Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
And welcome back. Joining me now, our very own singer slash journalist in Hannibal, right? So,
Hi.
Hey, how are you, Meg?
I am good. How are you?
Fantastic. So I
Good.
joked, before the break that you would be singing, but now I found out that you are a singer.
Well,
I'm not going to make you sing today. Don't worry. You can spill the beans here. I'm not going to hold you to it
I did
now.
grow up singing. Like, that was kind of my thing when I was young. And probably from, I don't know. So basically I started out dancing. And, okay. So here's the story. Started out dancing, and I was dancing. I was little. I was dancing in front of like my grandpa's John boat for him. I was like, and he's like, maybe you should try something else because I can't dance. And he's trying to be nice.
Grandpa's a true shooter.
But he's trying to be nice.
Right.
And so then I sang for him. And then that was it. He was like, oh, I like that. And then spent pretty much the rest of my life singing. So I've always been one to sing.
That's awesome.
So,
well, we will make you do that
thanks.
someday. It won't be today. I know you've been kind of sinusy, so we
Oh,
won't
my
hold you to
goodness,
it today.
yes.
But that didn't hold you back from going to a recent fun event. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's talk
coughed
about
all
that.
the way through it, but it was so worth it.
Yeah.
So, yes, Mom Prom.
Mom Prom. I looked at your picture and I was like, that's an amazing outfit. You rocked it.
Thanks.
You mentioned having to get makeup. You looked gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I did not get makeup, but I found some makeup in my purse that I didn't know was there. And then my lovely friend Andrea also helped with my hair. I'm so bad at anything like this. Like, I'm so bad at this. And so I tried to do my hair. I'm like in her bathroom. She's doing her hair. She's good at it. And then she's just like, just let me do it.
yeah.
I'm
And you're like, gladly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And then you topped it off with the tiara, which I thought was a beautiful
yes,
touch.
they gave everyone a tiara.
And then you woke up with it the next day.
Oh,
or
yeah.
you
The
woke
next
up
day,
and just
I
put
was
it right
like,
back on.
time for coffee in my tiara.
Yeah, I think everybody should have days like that.
Me too. I'm keeping it for that reason.
You should. Now, who put on the Mom Prom again?
It was United Way.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a fundraiser, and they raised Gosh, I know just I think it was total of around 15,000.
Wow.
And so what they did was they had candidates for Mom Prom Queen.
Yeah.
And so those queens would raise money. And then whoever raised the most money actually was named Prom Queen. So all of those queens together raised $13,000.
Holy smokes. And it all goes back to the community.
Yeah,
which is
it all
fantastic.
goes back to community. I'm on the United Way board, but I also just truly love their mission.
Of course. Yeah.
They're all local.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all about local.
And they do fantastic things.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the events like Mom Prom, duh. But
it was so much fun.
The giving back is it makes it even that much more meaningful and fun. So,
It is, and they're a great partner with all the other awesome Hannibal organizations. Hannibal, Mark Twain area, so Hannibal and the surrounding communities. They're always working with other organizations. Like right now, they're spotlighting other organizations to help them, and it's kind of cool to watch how all the local, non-for-profits work together.
Yeah.
So,
that's excellent.
to help. So yeah,
Very cool. I'm glad you had a good time. You looked amazing.
Oh,
I know.
thanks. It was super fun.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
And speaking of moms, and I know it's not just moms, but you had something else happen today for the
Yes.
first time. Your inaugural.
Mammogram.
Dum dum dum.
Yep,
No, but
that's
it's
right.
really not that bad, is it?
No, that's the
Yeah.
thing. So, okay, I'm 45.
Okay.
And I know that I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have one a few years ago.
Okay.
And I will fully admit I have been afraid to have one.
You have? I don't think you're alone.
I don't imagine. That's why I want to talk about it today, because I was afraid of, I don't know what, just the whole thing just seemed really looming.
Well, I think it's also doesn't have the greatest reputation because it just is weird. Kind of weird feeling, or just like nobody speaks highly of it. It's not like an adventure.
Yeah, nobody's like, that was great, let's do it again. Nobody's like when they get off a roller coaster, woo,
right?
Or anything like that. Yeah. But I will tell you, I thought it was going to hurt. And while there is pressure, it doesn't hurt.
No, I think, and of course, the age depends on family history. It depends on, other things that you may have going on, things that may affect your chances of getting breast cancer.
Yeah.
And of course, we know Breast Cancer Awareness Month is October, but that doesn't stop us from talking about it today. Because
exactly. Yeah.
If we can't talk about breasts as women, what can we talk about,
What
right?
can we talk about?
Right?
Yeah.
So I have had mammograms for the last few years because of my mom's breast cancer journey and diagnosis.
Okay.
So when I first went in, it was like they had found something that was a little unusual. So it was more of a diagnostic.
Sure.
And since then, I've had what they call preventative mammograms every year.
Yeah.
So when I first went in, I was like, oh God. And it was more about, I wasn't so much worried about the pain. It was like, I really have to take my shirt off and let somebody like fondle my breasts.
That's
in this
very
thing.
weird too. Yeah.
But the nurses were so professional, of course.
They are.
They talk you through every step, especially, here I went to Blessing and it was just like, okay, no big deal.
No.
Come in, save your life,
Right.
go home.
That's how I was too. They're like, put on the jacket. And I'm like, okay, so I go in there and I change. And at first I felt so weird about it. But then I'm like, this is what they do all day long.
I had mine on wrong. I just wore it as a cape because I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, that's
you're
funny.
supposed to put your arms through it. But she was like, I like the cape look. So
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, look at you.
I felt like a
setting
superhero.
the mammogram trends.
Yeah, I felt like
love
a superhero getting my mammogram.
That is great.
Being proactive.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it. There are a lot of things that may be harped on too much out there, but I don't think early detection is one of them.
Nope.
I know for me, what was it? Probably 10 years ago, I went in for a pap smear, which is also super important.
Very.
And they found aggressive pre-cancer cells.
Okay.
And I had to get a hysterectomy to stop that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was probably about 6. I don't remember.
Wow.
Oh,
early.
wait. Logan was about 14 years ago.
Holy smokes.
Yes. And so, if I hadn't have done that, though, I would have ended up with cervical cancer.
Right.
And so we have to keep those, like I told you too, I have a colonoscopy scheduled.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about
All the
that.
sexy things.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the 40s, that's your sexy
Yeah,
years.
it's your sexy year.
Yeah.
I mean, well, honestly, it can be, but you have to make sure that you stay on top of
healthy.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And actually, I just read on while I was in the waiting room, because I was trying to look up some statistics, that with a mammogram, they can discover problems coming up like 2 or 3 years before just a simple check from your doctor can.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal to have it done, and it's not scary.
No.
I just thought it was. And it was this looming thing, and then finally they were just like, okay, when I went for all this upper respiratory stuff, they're like, have you done that yet? And I'm like, no.
Like, shame on me.
I
I'm putting
haven't
it
done
off.
it yet.
Yeah, but it is one of those things. And then you get it done and you're like, gosh, why was I so concerned? Why was I so worried?
That's exactly how I feel. It's like not even sore.
No, not a big deal.
No,
not a big deal at all.
It's not. It's very worth it. The peace of mind will be worth it. I mean, I don't have results back yet, but either way, the peace of mind is worth it.
Absolutely.
Because no matter
knowing
what,
is half the battle, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm saying, get all that stuff done.
Do it.
Just do it. It's not that scary. And if something happens where you get results you don't necessarily want, it's time to deal with it.
Right.
So
it doesn't go away even if you ignore it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it just gets worse.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm proud of you for doing it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's one of those things that once you do it, you're like, yeah, well, not a big deal. Now we can do it every year.
That's exactly it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
excellent.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and I think, it is one of those things, well, healthcare in general, women's health, men's health, whatever it is, prostate exams, it's always one of those things that's like, now I got to do this.
Yes.
But if you think of it like this, now I get to do this for my health to make sure that I'm here for my family and friends.
Exactly.
Reframe your thinking
Absolutely.
and get on it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And like with the colonoscopy, there's always I remember taking my dad and for his, and he had to, you get on the loopy stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember when I took him home, I'm getting him all situated, and he's teaching me how to use a plug-in. He's like, so you just put this here, and then you push it. It just goes right in.
He's like, did you ever know that?
Did you ever know that?
So I picked my mom up, and she was so loopy she couldn't get her jean jacket on. Probably one of the funniest things. And I wish that, when they people take those viral videos of kids that have just gotten their wisdom teeth out. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm promoting putting your kids on camera to go viral or anything, but if I would have been
but it is funny.
videoing my mom trying to get her her jean jacket on, it would have gone viral.
Oh, I wish you would have.
I know, me too. So if I get that opportunity again, I probably will. Sorry, Mom. But then again, I start to think it's time for my colonoscopy. So maybe I'll just make myself go viral. Who knows? When I got my wisdom teeth out, I told all the nurses that I loved them, and I was like basically fawning over everybody as I left. Yeah, so.
That would be you. I could see you doing that.
Who knows what I'll do to my I don't even know what doctor does a colonoscopy anymore, but
I don't know either. I don't know who I'm doing it through.
The gut doctor or the butt doctor, either one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know all the specialist names anymore.
Yeah.
So there's just so many of them that I don't really know. I'm grateful they're there.
Sure. Yeah.
I just don't know. They just lead me around to tell me where to go.
Yeah. And I'm grateful I just have to get it done and don't have to do it to anyone. How about that?
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's not my cup of tea.
Oh no.
But that being said, get out there and do it.
It's really worth it.
Do it for your own health, especially around the holidays, so that you can have many, many more. Right?
That's right.
Well,
Amen.
I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you had fun. And as always, it's wonderful talking to you.
Wonderful to talk to you.
All right.
If I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, ditto. Absolutely. All right. On that note, I think that does it for today. We'll catch you here tomorrow for Club Muddy.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.